Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I've been asked by one of my close friends to make a comment on the Era FM alleged insult to Hindu incident. What we know so far at the moment is that there was a viral video showing what looked like some of the staff at Era FM trying to make jokes of this Kavadi dance, and we know then it went viral, and several Hindu personalities, politicians and others, especially influencers, have angrily made statements against such behavior. After that, the three DJs who were said to have done the dance or the alleged insult had apologized openly to the public. But then Astro or the company of the radio station later on decided to suspend them, and then they again made an apology, this time at the Batu Caves, and it was reported that the apology was not accepted by the Batu Cave director or one of the Hindu personalities. And so now the police are investigating this as a racial incident or as a religious insult incident. And I think the MCMC is also making this an issue. Now, I have to say something about this from two aspects. Number one, I have always written and said something about the dangers of social media, how you access information. We must be very critical, but we must also be handling the social media with what I call adab, meaning a certain kind of decorum. If we simply just air anything, everything, and just spout anything that come out of our mouth, this is very dangerous. And also for us who are listening, we must understand how to analyze information and the tone of the information, as well as the presentation manner. If not, we will burn this country through the social media from alleged insults after insults after insults. That's number one. Number two, how then do we deal with actual incidents of race or religious so-called insults? How do we deal with that? Should we just file police reports, or should we practice forgiveness and also apology and moving on? We are at a crossroad at the moment where I see, because of some bad-mannered politician giving very bad examples to one race, then the idea of sorry no cure has taken over, meaning that sorry no longer has any meaning. So that means a police report must be made, the court must meet to decide, and the guilty party usually will lose their job and lose their place, and also have great humiliation, not only to them and also to their family. Now, this is not to say that I am taking light insults to religion or race. I do take notice, but the way that I respond is different than most people. I usually would take a patient response, waiting for information, and then only I would measure the words that I would say. So this is the difference between my response and the social influencer response, the politician response, as well as those who are using social media and viewing all this. They also respond into me in a very dangerous and uncritical manner. So the first part of my video is about how do we assess that someone is actually insulting the religion or insulting a race. We have, for example, the Era FM video. We have the example of the corn seller. We have many examples of other incidences also from the so-called Muslim or Islamic perspective. And we need to understand how to handle this. That's the first thing. So how do we handle this? Let's take for instance the Era FM incident. Now what happens when firstly we receive the video? We see some person dancing, people laughing, and somebody yelling "wail, wail." Now my instinct as an academic has always been, what's the whole story? Are they trying to play act? Is this some sort of drama? Or is it a very malicious joke? Or is it a premeditated attempt to insult? What's the story behind this? Now some people say there is no story. You just look at it and you can see very clearly this guy is dancing and somebody carrying Bible. That means they're insulting. Well, I heard from one of the influencer who's a Malay, who actually had admonished these people. But he said that the dance that was done was supposed to imitate another dancer, some Jojo, which I don't know what kind. So that there is a possibility then this person was just imitating a dance of somebody. And then just so happened that someone stupidly would say "wail, wail." I'd say "stupid," and then more stupid to air the thing in the media, of course. So I'm not justifying that they insult or they do anything to insult any religion. But the point here is that there is a difference between a premeditated attempt, meaning somebody has thought about it and wanted to do it. For instance, the incident of burning of the Quran. That person had already thought about it. That person had called the media. That person had already made preparation. Similarly, with our incident in Malaysia of the Ibrahim Ali threatening to burn the Bible, which was in Malay. He threatened to do it, but he did not do it. But some others have threatened to burn the Quran, and they did. So this is an example of a premeditated insult, meaning it was planned. And then, of course, in the Bible incident, it was not carried out. Had it been carried out, I think if it was even mentioned by the person that I'm going to burn the Bible, I think police action can and should be taken, because this is already crossed the line. But there are also incidences where we do not know the situation and the context of the story. Like perhaps in this case they were just fooling around with some kind of dance, and then somebody is mentioning this. So it's not premeditated. That's number one. So we must understand what is the full story, and I would always wait. I would never comment immediately. I would just wait for one day, see what is the explanation here, or possible explanation. Similarly, we also have remembered that the incident of Anwar Ibrahim was said to convert an Indian boy, when in fact the boy had already converted to Islam, and he just wanted a witness. And it so happened that Anwar was there, and he asked Anwar to witness. A whole load of people making press statements saying Anwar converted the Indian. It is not true. That's why we need to wait for the full story. Anwar was witnessing. The boy had already converted to Islam. Now, if the boy had asked me, then I would witness also, because that is the requirement in the laws of Islam or the juristic law. Someone need to witness. But under spiritual law, you don't need anybody witness. You just accept it in that way. You want to take a bath or not, that's optional, and then move on. So that's why it's important to get the full story. Don't react so fast. And in this age of social media, very quick, smartphones and all that, we're acting very fast. Now the second thing is that I would then research the person. Let's say it was Kekemat, alleged or accused to insult Islam with some stalking. So I would make research and say, Kekimat, is there any other incidents that they had done this? None. Similarly with these people, were there incidences that they became DJ and they insult any other religion? If there was none, then there was a one-time thing, which is most, in all probability, it would be that these people, maybe this is an accidental or a foolish thing to have done. Now, if you had researched some politician who has always been insulting others, then you can see a whole load of insult that have been done in parliament and also other places. These people makes a career of insulting. So you know that these people, in all probability, the incident, that means they are premeditated and purposeful. So the history of that person is very important for us to actually understand. That's number 2. Number 3, if we are satisfied that these people, whether they are premeditated or had planned the insult, or they had accidentally did an insult, the manner in which we speak should be with decorum. We should say things like, I think this is not a very good thing to do. I think we live in a multiracial country, we should respect each other, and if it was a Muslim and then Islam says this and says that, I think we should not. That is the third thing that we should. And then the fourth thing is that I have always advised that the Harmony Committee in the Ministry of Unity take some kind of what we call an involvement, direct, not just sit in the meeting room and discuss. 20 experts, and then they just sit and discuss and they don't make any statement. They should first of all come and interview these people, ask and get the story, and then they make a statement. And I think this is the most important thing. But here, sitting in a meeting room, being appointed, for me, it's just completely useless. Now, next I want to talk about forgiveness as well as apology. If we cannot live in a country where some people accidentally, what I'm trying to say is accidentally, and also have no history of insulting, then it should just be an apology is enough. These people have apologized twice, 3 times. Even KK might have done the same. But no, we must insist on a police report. And then this will destroy lives and also careers and things like that. I feel very sad. And I feel very ashamed to be in this country. I will repeat, I am ashamed to be in this country where we do not practice forgiveness, tolerance, and compassion. I am ashamed to be Malaysian. If all we know is sorry no kyo, and all we know is police report. But if it was a politician or some individual who is saying that they are pendakwah Islam or whatever from another country, and then start insulting and always have been insulting, now that's a different story. Now that one, we need to take firm action. But for all of us may have made a certain mistake, or someone who wants viewers make it an issue, which is very common nowadays for YouTube influencer to get more money and more viewers to just make any issue. But we must be smarter. We must counter these influencers in saying, okay, well, I'm going to stop, I'm going to wait, I'm going to assess the information, and then I'm going to act in a more matured manner. So if we cannot practice forgiveness and apology, then we are lost. Of course, people like some political party, Islamic party who always saying things and then suddenly apologize. Then he says it, another apology. That one, mengarut lah. That one we should take a different line of action. But still, if we want to speak to this person, we must be measured and we must have decorum. If we do not do that, then we will put ourselves, all of us, into the fire of hatred, mistrust, and also disrespect of one another. And so with that, I hope all Malaysians could think about this. Even though, yes, we are very angry because one race did this and then another race must respond like that. and you're quoting history and things like that. For me, I never quote history. History is history. We begin anew. As P. Ramlee says in the song, buang yang keruh, ambil yang jernih. If not, we will always quote history, and we will always have like this, and from that formula, other races also will react like that. Very good. And we are a country always of mutual distrust, always of mutual disrespect with one another, and we will never recover. Hi everybody. If you would like to own my book and have my signature as well as a personal note from me, please follow the instruction. Thank you.